Unconventional.
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 Unconventional. Unconventional.
Unconventional.
Unconventional.
Unconventional.
Unconventional.
Unconventional podcast where we talk about how classroom learnings translate into real-world success right here at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City.
Today, we have Saman Bakayoko, also known as Armor Girl. From going viral on social media to being featured in W Magazine article, throwing a huge medieval birthday party, and being featured in W27 that just came out today, having photo shoots in the Met, all of these things, all these achievements, I am thrilled to have you as a guest.
Why, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm Nicholas Alexis. You can call me Nick. Find me on Instagram at The Lucid Saint.
I'm Randy. You can find me on Instagram as Castillionaire.
And I'm Saman. You can find me on Instagram as saman.com.
All of our Instagrams and TikToks will be linked in the description below, so be sure to check us out. Before we hop into the questions, I remember the first time I saw you in class. So we're both marketing students. We had this class that we actually just got out of, and it was the first day of school. And she walks in and all I hear is clank, clank, clank. I'm like, what is this? Is this
It's very loud.
Is this like a prosthetic? And I look at her, I'm like, oh my God, I think it's like a piece of armor. And I approach him like, oh my God, I love your outfit. And that's how we initially met. But we also had like a little talk show for our class, and I was the host, and you were the guest.
I was.
And look at us now. I remember we had to do like a 3-minute talk show, and I think we went for like 5 minutes because I just felt the energy. We were just vibing. The professor was like, wrap it up. I was like, no, we absolutely cannot do that.
That's crazy. Well, before we actually get into any questions too, I want to say that I actually had you in one of my math classes, I think about a year ago. I don't know if you remember.
Barely showed
No,
up.
yeah, that was a stressful math class. That's one thing I remember that class. I was struggling, and I remember I saw you like the beginning of the semester, but then afterwards, I swear you disappeared. I did not see you. But besides that, I think everyone wants to know, where do you get your armor from? And, please tell us, where are you getting your armor from? Who is making it? Or, where is it from?
Okay, that is a very popular question I get because where does one get armor, right?
Right.
But a common misconception is that it's all from one place, but no, it's not. It's all from different places, and I just combine them to create this suit of armor. Some people like to call me Bender as well. I've also gotten the Tin Man.
I see that. I see that.
So people are confused, but maybe because it's not like one suit of armor. It's different pieces of armor to create one suit. So I actually got the pieces for Coachella. So I only got a few pieces because for Coachella, I really like to go all out. Like, it's Coachella, I'm going to spend my money and I'm going to spend more money to look extra good, So that was one of the outfit concepts I came up with. I think it was around last year because I always plan my outfits ahead. So I did my research. I sourced the legs and the pauldrons and my chainmail headpiece as well as this skirt. And I wanted to do, first, I don't know if you've seen the Marc Jacobs Heaven campaign with Bella Hadid in armor.
Yeah.
I was like,
We'll post it right here so
I
you
want
know.
that.
but that was originally what I wanted to do, like a cyborg look, but I changed it to more of a Joan of Arc vibe.
Oh.
So, I didn't even end up wearing it to Coachella because I just assumed that I would know how to put on armor, and then I got there, and lo and behold, I didn't know how to put it on.
I couldn't imagine you at Coachella in the hot weather with sand with 30 pounds of armor on. How would that even work?
I do a lot of crazy things, so I didn't really register.
Maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but it might be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That is actually
it didn't really work out, but I planned to shoot. I wanted to shoot at the Met with my friend because I do a lot of photo shoots. I creative direct sometimes. So I didn't have a full suit, and I was like, I need to buy a full suit of armor.
Oh, for the Met photo shoot?
Here's a TM. So, number one, again, I didn't know how to put on a suit of armor. So we went, I Ubered. I live in Brooklyn in the middle of nowhere. I Ubered from Brooklyn to uptown the Met because I just literally could not move in that armor. And then we walk up the stairs. I hobbled up the stairs actually because I couldn't walk. And then we didn't get in because you can't wear what would be considered art to the Met. Everyone, fun fact.
Damn.
And there's metal detectors and
They're take it all off and we'll let you through.
you look so cool. you can't come in. So we had to like shoot outside. So there was actually an OG Met shoot that no one's seen. I still have the photos. I probably will not release them, but a month later, I literally just made the TikToks for fun, and then a month later, the Met invited us back, and then that's yeah.
So talking about that shoot, you're Armor Girl, but you're also Saman. So about you as an individual, you're more than Armor Girl, you're more than just your persona. You talked about an article from, I believe it was StitchFashion.com.
Yes.
You're trying to transition from PR and marketing, which is our major, to creative directing, and that's something you did at the Met. So besides that, what other projects have you creative directed, or what do you have on the horizon that you really just have such a strong passion about?
So I come up with things on a whim. Like I'll literally be walking, and then you know how the light bulbs go off in shows? It'll happen, or then I'll take my phone out and write it down.
Oh my God, those thoughts you get like this are like the best thoughts ever.
Like write them down because I'm a just do it type of person. So I do everything that comes in my head. Even if it's not today, it's gonna be someday, right? So I did a Marie Antoinette photo shoot, creative directed that, collaborated with another like fashion designer here. I don't know if you know the brand Heavenly, but I was like, this
I know
Yeah.
who that is, yeah. With Sunnet, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
We have very similar.
She makes amazing jewelry. Oh my God, yes.
I met her at a party once, and she was like, "You're gonna model for me one day," and I remember that, and I was
Wow.
like, "Today's the day, babes."
That's actually
So yeah, so I've done that, and that shoot was like amazing. We threw cake at each other. It was like,
Do you have pictures?
it's on my Instagram.
We're gonna throw it up on screen right now so you can see the story behind the picture. But my favorite part of the class we have together is every time you walk in, it's a few minutes late, but you always have something different, whether it's pieces of armor, bare ears. On Halloween, we had a class together and she was Maleficent. Head to toe, I was sitting right behind you and my view was just two black horns. It was funny, I loved it, I'll throw a picture up. But talking about that, you described your personal style as not confined to one specific aesthetic, but rather how you feel every day. So can you elaborate on how your mood influences your choice of outfit and how this approach has evolved over time, either coming to FIT or you as an individual, not just a student, but you as this person, this influencer?
So I find myself when I get dressed, sometimes like I'll put something on and I'll take it off because I feel like it's not right. Like that's not how I'm feeling for the day. So I really just dress based off of how I'm feeling. And I dress very like crazy. That's not even like the right adjective, but out there.
Vibrant,
And when
vibrant.
I wear like normal clothes, like what I'm wearing now, people are so confused. And I'm like, dude, like, I can't do you think I'm like in my do you think I wake up with a full suit of armor on or like want to wear a little stuffed animal outfit? Like these are things that take time and sometimes you just don't have time.
true.
So yeah, I can wear normal clothes. Sometimes I feel like wearing like normal clothes or just being comfy. Like these Uggs, winter, I wear them every day because they're comfortable. So sometimes I like being comfortable and sometimes I'm willing to go the extra step and being uncomfortable to look amazing.
But I feel like you have this good option of finding like middle ground. You know, one day you have a full set of armor on, one day you're just like in your lazy outfit, but then there's some days you mix it up. You have bearers on, you have these metal shin guards on.
That's true. Sometimes I do like, the base of the outfit will be like basic and then I'll have an accessory that people love. Like this hat, to me it's nothing, but every time I have it on when I'm outside, people love it. Like I remember I was walking in Soho one day, literally at my PR job that we were just talking about, because we used to just do anything. But we were just shopping and then I get stopped by tourists and they make me take a picture of them because I had this hat on.
Really?
Yeah, because I kind of do my makeup. I always have like makeup on, so I guess I looked really good and I had a car hat on, so they wanted pictures and they were my boss and my coworkers were just in awe. And I'm like, this happens to me all the time. Like that's always
this
a
is
question I
clockwork.
get.
Have you ever done someone come up to you like out of nowhere, like say, "Oh, are you Armor Girl?"
Yeah, all the
happen?
time. I literally the Maleficent outfit I got recognized. They're like, oh,
What?
And I was like,
And you had like full makeup on. I couldn't even imagine. I'm like, oh my God, that's Armor Girl. I love that.
like that's hilarious. Yeah.
I love that.
Literally, I just got a text. My friend's like dating someone new. My friend knows who this dude knows who you are, and I was like, oh, lol. Yeah, it's like crazy. Like I had like a meet and greet kind of for like this app that I was working with.
On campus, right?
Yeah, and
Pickle.
people were coming up to me and were like, my friend in Missouri wants me to get a picture with you. And I was like, what? Missouri? Like, I didn't even know it went that far.
Nationwide?
Yeah.
Nationwide is crazy.
Nationwide.
You can see the marketing student coming out in us.
Oh, yeah.
So you are now at this pinnacle of being an influencer, and you've worked with Audra Johnson, Emily Tressa, Corey Strike, just to name a few. So introducing your audience to theirs and vice versa, what are some, not challenges you face, but what are some things you learned from other individuals? Because Audra has the wolf girl, but then Corey Strike is just dressing vibrant. So what are some things that you've learned, and what do you think you could have possibly taught them?
It's so funny because I'm so uncultured. Meeting them, I did not know who they were. Like, even I met Audra, and I've seen the Wolf Girl TikToks, but I did not register that it was her literally until a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God, that's you. And even Corey, like I've seen Corey's TikToks before, did not register that that is who I was speaking to. But literally when we met, we clicked instantly. I have a very friendly personality, so I pretty much get along with everybody, which is a pro, especially if you're gonna be an influencer.
I feel like you need that for sure,
So I feel like I've always had that like personality, even when I was like not as like popping as I am now. Literally everywhere I go, talk to people, I've been in rooms with like other celebrities and influencers, so it's something that doesn't really faze me. But I do think I learned a lot from Corey because we regularly talk. So do I and Emily. So do I and all of them though. But I feel like Corey kind of like took me under her wing when we first started and was like teaching me the ropes and telling me the do's and don'ts.
That's amazing.
And and I always like ask her for advice sometimes.
Kind of like a mentor.
Different.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for,
Like Corey's younger than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of old.
I actually remember you did like a little promo shoot with Corey, Audra, and you for the boxing club, and it was you in full armor punching Audra wearing a dinosaur outfit. So I'll put that up on screen right now. It was, imagine walking to class and you just see that on campus in the breezeway. I'd be like, where am I?
Hot topic on campus that day.
Yeah.
I actually planned that out. Again, I do everything I think, I literally just do. I hit a few people up and then we're just up and at them, we're doing it. So
Wow.
that's basically how that happened.
Those are like the best ideas.
And going back to, you having friends that are designers too. So your armor, right? You have a brand named Yoki? I'm sorry? Yoko.
Yoko?
Oh, it's a play on your last name. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
So tell us about it. Tell us about your brand.
So I literally woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna start a clothing line. So I ran out and got a bunch of materials and did just that. And it's literally as simple as that. And I already gotten a lot of press for it. I'm working with a lot of like magazines and stuff upcoming for it. And the funny thing is that I don't want to be a fashion designer.
Really?
Something I thought of, I did. I kind of succeeded at.
You know what? I'll give it to you that
definitely.
you're a genius marketer.
Yeah, I'm like using that degree.
Your brand is like lightweight armor, right?
It's practical armor. So I did that guerrilla marketing campaign of me walking around the city and going to school.
Genius,
It's blend
yes.
practical armor because
Yes.
I have a lot of bruises from the armor. It's very, 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 very heavy.
Yeah, no, I picked that up. I was like, there's no way you have
And this is just a
whole
silly,
suit.
I can
like,
imagine.
yeah. Well, even
Yeah.
the chainmail alone, when I was going to Coachella, my suitcase was overweight. And you know that I'm not paying for more, no.
Oh, for more shorts? Oh, right.
Oh, I had to like
get you.
take stuff out of my suitcase. I'm taking everything out. It's so overweight. I was like, hold on, I can carry chainmail on the plane. Let me just take it out.
That's insane.
It significantly went underweight, and I was like, dude.
That must be a hassle to like actually travel with.
right.
So you're not a design student. So was designing one of your hobbies already, or did you just get inspired by coming to FIT and seeing all these things that other students make?
Funny enough, I was gonna say everything's my hobby because everything is. I'm a Libra, we're very indecisive, so I just do everything, Maybe one day something will stick. Maybe the armor is sticking at this point right now. But when I was younger, I do remember that me and my best friend at the time, we always would like create and make things and just do everything I'm doing now. But we just did it at our capacity at that age. So it's funny that I'm like doing it now. I actually wanted to go or even come back to FIT for fashion design. So I'm glad that I did dive into that world a little bit on my own because I do feel like you can learn a lot on your own, but I feel like FIT is necessary to make connections because obviously I'm running around here with a dragon, a princess, and a knight.
Well, boxing.
That's so true. And how has coming into FIT, really impacted that, What has it done for you? What has FIT done taking the classes here? How has that impacted, your work or your just life?
Everybody I met here, I've worked with, I've done something with. Emily Tressa was in the Let Them Eat Cake shoot, the Marie Antoinette shoot. Corey, we worked together, we collabed together, we made that video together. Literally my friends that I just met, they aren't even like into like modeling or doing anything, but I was like, you're gonna be in this shoot. Come here this day, that day. And they've been in the shoot. So I've just worked with everyone, collaborated. Sanem, let me use her pieces for the Let Them Eat Cake.
Oh, yeah.
Like the connections you make here are the probably most important.
Absolutely.
Even the connections you make with your professors as well. I'm a very I remember I did a presentation one day, and after class, my professor was like, you should be like a public speaker, or like you will like excel in this career field because of how like literally everything is so important. Everything teaches you, even all the projects and stuff we do is stuff you're gonna do in the real world. PR was actually the class I hated the most because there's so much writing. But I was like, I have the ability to work in PR now, so I was like, let me try. I did it. Everything we did, I was like, we did this in class. That's crazy. That's like,
wow, that goes to show that you actually like learn stuff that you can actually do.
Exactly. I feel like marketing is like this one major that just applies to everything. You know, you
we
start
have
designing
3
with your own
majors
brand.
in one: advertising,
Yes,
marketing, and communications. So you can do pretty much anything.
Absolutely. And I feel like people overlook that C, which is communications. And it's really, people think, oh, it's just about reaching out, sending email, like wording it right. But when you're like an influencer with like such a big following, you become your own brand. So what we learn in class for brands can help you personally grow. And I love that we can all apply it to whatever. If we want to make a podcast, if we want to be an influencer, if we want to start a business, you can do whatever you want with marketing. So if you're lost and you don't know what to do, you're not a FIT student, I really think marketing is the way to go. But with that being said, you were featured in W Magazine. W Magazine. And one of my favorite lines that I've read from that article is, I think we're all avatars. I just like to dress up my avatar, and right now my avatar is very armored. And as somebody who plays video games way too much, it really resonated with me because
Video game community loves me. The manga community loves me. The anime.
do you like them? No, do you play video games?
No. When I play video games, I yell a lot. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, me too. That's like the best part of. That's like your rage is getting out of you.
I was like, whoa. I do enjoy playing video games. I have watched anime before, and have I read a manga? I don't know. But I'm like, it's so crazy that you can like attract other communities and other people from simply posting something. Like, it's actually insane.
Because all these communities are intertwined no matter what you think. And I always say that life is like a video game. No matter if there's a new level, there's a new challenge, and you just have to level up. The next boss battle, keep grinding, and sooner or later you're gonna level up. And clearly you did.
So that brings you,
How I live my life.
Congrats on that, for real. Congrats on that.
That's literally how I live my life. Like, my mom was so confused by it. Like, I was so embarrassed. Well, embarrassment is not real. That's another, like, that's some other tea. But I could not, again, I didn't know how to put one around myself. So for that original Met shoot, I went in her room. She was like, what is that?
The full suit of armor?
Yeah, I had her help me put it on. And she was like,
I can't even imagine what was going through.
When are you gonna get this out of your room?
Wow.
And I literally send her all the articles and stuff now, and she gets it. And I literally, armor's expensive, but it paid off because I made that money back and more from posting these videos.
So it was an investment. Clearly, it was an actual.
That I didn't even know was an investment at the time, and that's how I literally live my life. Like,
I love that.
put anything on. Who cares? I'm wearing something normal today. I can wear something crazy tomorrow. Like,
multifaceted for sure. So to switch gears real quick, you had a medieval birthday party that I am still heartbroken I couldn't make it to because I had to wake up at 5 a.m. I actually planned to stay out partying till like 4 a.m., go home, chug some caffeine, and then just go to work till like 6 p.m. But I couldn't. But you was at the restaurant Wicked Willie's. You had jousting. You had a guillotine photo op. You were drinking out of goblets. It looked so crazy. It was literally a dream come true. With that being said, is there a dream event that you've just been planning or you just really want to make happen?
So that was actually the prequel to the bigger medieval rave that we're having.
Oh, I remember you told me the medieval rave. I remember you told me about that.
It's gonna be like huge. We're trying to have it in like a castle. So it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be sponsored. It's gonna be even crazier and bigger than that was. That was just like a little taste for every.
A little tease of the grand reveal. I promise, I don't care what I have, I will cancel
I'm like,
everything just
be
to come
there
to that.
or be square.
Yeah, and like the videos look crazy.
Yeah, the jousting was actually insane.
I'm
And
so
that just goes
heartbroken.
into show that like that note you build just expands so many doors for you.
Yeah,
It just
I
expanded a lot for you. Go on, go
I
on.
pitched out myself. A lot of my things I do myself. Like I'm literally my own team. Thankfully, I have a bit of a team now. But I woke up one day. Literally, a lot of things I just do in a win. I met the marketing manager for Wicked Willies, who actually now manages me.
Oh, what? Okay.
Everyone you meet is very, very important in that advice.
Network all the time, for
I
sure.
literally went for lunch for Wicked Willies. He came up to me and my friend, asked us some questions about parties, and I was like, "Oh, my birthday's coming up.
Wait a second.
A party. Let me go pitch myself." I did. We had a meeting, and it happened.
So your viral presence on social media has been insane this past semester. I'm sure last semester you did things, but like this semester, you blew up like incredibly. So I'm sure a lot of doors has opened up. You just talked about Wicked Willies and throwing a party there. What other doors, what other brands have you worked with? Better question, what's your dream brand to work with?
I don't even know. I don't really like. Okay,
I was gonna say Balenciaga because you know how Balenciaga has that
Balenciaga, can you imagine?
They had.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a dream to work with.
You come to class one day, full suit of armor, just Balenciaga. That would be.
They have like their own like artwork.
Yeah, they actually do.
Fall 2021, yeah.
Dude, that's
But
crazy.
recently I worked with this brand called Manhattan Nights. Get it?
Manhattan Nights.
But they have a store in Chinatown, and I went, and they had the cutest little dog. Oh, love the dog, named Buffy, after Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But went, shot a bunch of content there, and they make like clothes that kind of resemble like chainmail and armor, and
Yeah.
that include chainmail and stuff in it. So I was like, this is like so perfect. Before that, I worked with this brand called Two Frogs. I shot like a campaign with them. My manager actually is a photographer as well, so he shoots all my campaigns if a brand needs us to do that. So I work with them, and I'm working on working with other people now. I would like to work with more designer brands and stuff, such as maybe like Coach or like
I can already imagine that.
I want to like style my armor with like designer brands and stuff.
Yeah, make the nice matchup.
Do
for
a shall
sure.
be a great thing, and yeah, I think I don't have like a dream brand surprisingly to work.
Really?
With. Yeah.
So before we do our infamous fit check, it's such perfect timing that I was gonna give a shout out to W27. They just launched their new issue, the Chalk Narrative, and look who's in it. Who is that? Who is that? Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
Those are great photos.
From W Magazine to W27, you were killing it.
Well, W Magazine. That's where I was going before we were.
Yeah, how did that come about?
I said that I wanted to be in a magazine literally a month before. One day I wake up, and I woke up earlier than I needed to. Immediately get up an email. I checked it, and it was an editor from W Magazine.
That's crazy.
And
Wow.
I was like, whoa, I'm gonna be in a magazine. This is what I wanted. That's great.
True. Wow.
Yeah, literally anything can happen.
So did they interview for that article?
Yeah, because they obviously saw my TikTok, so they interviewed me for that. They also interviewed Emily Trust.
I saw that. That's why I brought up. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it was such a full circle moment because we worked on stuff in the past and now we're in
Now you're really rare.
That is huge. That is, I mean,
crazy FIT connections.
yeah, the connections you
Really
make here
like-
are crazy. Before we wrap
I
it
actually
up.
let Emily perform at my birthday party.
Oh, I saw that. I saw the video. I saw the video. She has what is it, Star Power?
No, a new song, Watching Me. Yeah.
Ooh,
I was like, that would be like a great, like, also like helping up, like, especially with the community who you make here, like helping each other, uplifting each
Yeah.
other. creating.
Oh, that's one of the things they
Very,
do.
very
So that
important.
That's what I was saying. Your audience, their audience, just merging them.
We can all win together. Like,
yeah, exactly.
why not?
Why just hoard that to yourself? But let's kick it off. Do the outfit check. Go first. Let's do it.
Right. So when we get on with the outfit check, just tell us where you got your pieces from head to toe. I'll start off first. I'm wearing golden gooses on the feet. These pants are Levi's. I have a Comme des Garçons play shirt.
Look at that heart.
Yeah, look at the heart right there. And then just a regular jacket, puffer jacket. Nick?
I have this nice Kith oversized sweatshirt that I love. It's like a nice velvet touch. These Carhartt pants, some nice carbon fiber Nikes. I don't have a necklace on today. And then I've never said, but these are from Ray-Ban. Go for it.
Hey, thrifted.
Wait, are these thrifted?
No. These actually came. I don't even remember how I got these actually.
I feel like there's a secret website for armor. Like you can't find it on Amazon.
It'd be low key,
You
yeah.
actually can't.
Just gonna gatekeep it.
Like real armor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I can
shipping.
typically-
If you don't have Prime, shipping's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be.
You can get it on Prime.
That's gonna be really heavy.
Before we wrap it up, too, I wanted to ask you, was FIT your dream school? Did you dream of coming here?
I'm a transfer student, everyone.
Wait, where do you go before this?
Yeah.
Rudy Binghamton.
Oh.
Wow.
Binghamton was my dream school.
okay.
And so I got into my dream school.
What was your major in Binghamton?
Yeah.
Undecided.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what made you
That's why
transfer
I
here?
transferred to FIT because I felt like I was going to be undecided forever, and I'd
Yeah.
rather have gone into a program or into a school that you were just thrown into what you're doing. My first class here was an advertising class, and I was like, that's what I like. My first class at Binghamton
Yeah.
was sex anthropology.
Damn.
I'm like, okay.
That's what I love because here you choose your major and like the first day they will teach you anything. If you're fashion design, you're sewing the first day. If you're marketing, you're making a project for like any brand, huge brand, Apple, Liquid Death, whatever you want.
I'm like, that's what I liked about the school. And the funny thing is, I actually wanted to apply to FIT, but everyone was like, you got into Binghamton and you want to go to And I'm like,
Damn.
okay.
Do you think
So
life
I
would have
got-
been different if you stayed in Binghamton, though? Like, how different would it be?
I would
Would you have the armor?
Would you still do the
be
Arbor?
very boring. My life changed after I left Binghamton. It's actually insane.
For the
Like I
better?
had a spiritual awakening, kind of
okay.
which is part of why I left. But yeah, I was very not so. My personality wasn't different, but my style and who I was very different.
Wow. I can tell you're a very spiritual person, too. You know, what has that done for you personally wise? Like, how does that affect your business sense, like how has that helped you or in that aspect?
I actually have a tarot reading business. I have almost 20,000 followers on Twitter where I go on. So that's how I make my money. That's why I don't have
Influencer on every platform. Oh my God.
It's like-
Multifaceted.
That's like my secret. Like no one,
It's not a secret anymore.
but it's like whatever now because they know I do armor and stuff because I've gone viral on Twitter as well. So
Yeah.
it's like everyone knows that. But before, like I used to keep every part of my like social media or myself very separate.
Very separate.
Tarot was like no. I recently told a couple friends I did that, and they were like, "What?" Like, yeah, I always kept everything separate, but that's literally how I made money. My mom always was like, "You don't have a job. How are you making money?" And I'm like,
That sounds so suspicious. You're like, on Twitter. She's like, what are you doing on Twitter? Like, I'm just doing readings. I'm just doing readings.
So amazing.
yeah, so that's how I made. So I brought a lot of what I learned here into doing that, and that's why I have 20,000 followers, guys. Like,
Nice.
yeah. So yeah.
Get that.
Do you have any last projects or secret social media pages you want to plug real quick, or do you want to just plug your main one?
I'm not gonna plug my Twitter. If you find me, you find me. Some people know me on Twitter, but I am working. Oh damn! I wish I could say what I'm gonna
Secret
be on. I
project
think
coming
this
up?
is going to come out before that is, so I can't talk about it. But it's gonna be very fun, and you'll all probably see it. Yeah. But I actually am doing a few armor shows.
Ooh.
The second one I won't say because it has to do with the thing I can't talk about. But yeah, I have a few shows in armor coming out, so that's gonna be a fun one.
So stay tuned. Follow her on Instagram, Saman.com, DOTCOM. You will post about it. Follow us on podcast Unconventional. We post a lot of short clips of the full episode, so if you don't want to watch full episode, watch the clips and then decide if you want to watch full episode. Once again, W27 Magazine, they put so much work into this. Saman is right there in the cover. And before we wrap it up, I have one more thing. Can all of you come here without knocking over the camera? You, come. This is a team behind the podcast. It's not just me and Randy, photographers, sound editors. If you want to join the team, DM us on Instagram. You DM'd us, and now look, she is here. So I could not do it without these people. I appreciate you so much. You've been an amazing guest. I really appreciate you. I will see you guys next time. Adios.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You always have like 14 different issues.
They're not edited. Those are actual raindrops.
Wow.
I know you love
gifts.
that flavor of Liquid Death. So behind the camera, I have a whole box for you. Bring it out, please.
Hey,
This is all yours. You can't take it home today. I'll keep it for you. And there's one more gift. I never paid you back for the boxing shoot we did. So these gloves are all for you. They're white. I'm sure they look good with anything you wear. Those are all yours. I appreciate you so much.
I should come. I just live so far.
Next semester, we're gonna have big events. Come, pull up. VIP access is all you. So thank you again, guys. Adios.